here we go. Hey, Miles. Hey, Tanya. All right, we got some folks joining us. Happy Wednesday, everybody. We're going to let everybody join in. So in about 1 minute, we're going to go ahead and get started. We have a jam-packed session today. So I want to make sure we get through everything. All right. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and kick us off. If we have not met yet, my name is Melissa Langdale, and I'm the president and COO of the Mortgage Collaborative. Super excited to have you all here with us today. Today, we're going to hear about one of TMC's newest benefits. We actually announced this during our conference in Louisville, but in case you were not there, I thought it would be helpful for you to understand kind of why we went down this road and started this group of consultants for the network. So actually, after I came to TMC, I met with a lot of our lenders, and I heard over and over and over again from our members that the one thing that TMC didn't offer that we should offer is a way for lenders to get connected with consultant firms or firms that offered fractional work. So here we are today. So now I'm going to hand it over to the folks that you're really here to listen to. But before I do that, I thought it would be helpful for us to just talk about the format of our webinar today. So that you guys are all aware, we want this to be really, really interactive. So if you have questions for our consultant group, please make sure to put those in the chat. If for some crazy reason we do not have the ability of getting to your question, I promise we will follow up with you and make sure that we get it answered. Also, in order to make sure that we actually have enough time to hear from each one of our consultants that are on the call today in the 30 minutes that we've allotted, I'm going to try to keep everybody to about 3 to 4 minutes per consultant, so that they have enough time to tell you about their specialty, but it is going to be a little quick, so there's going to be some opportunity for us to have some follow-up, I'm sure, afterwards. But they're going to spend that time talking about how you could help, or how you could leverage them to help your business. So let's go ahead and hand it over to our consultants. The first consultant that is going to be presenting today is Bianca Bruce. Bianca is the CEO and founder of Bianca Bruce Company. Bianca, do you want to take a little bit of time and tell everybody about who you are and what you specialize in?
I would love to. Thank you, Melissa. And it's so good to see everybody. And it's really lovely to be part of TMC. I had the opportunity to join TMC in this new consultancy iteration and go to the first conference last year. I'm really looking forward to Denver. So my company is an agency that really focuses on strategic development, business development, and we also are excellent at marketing and marketing execution. But we do that last. And what sets us apart is that we really pay attention to where you want to be. And that may be hard to know right now because of the market and because we've been waiting for things to change. And I'm a big believer in creating change and creating impact. Instead of waiting for the thing to happen to you, why don't you go ahead and happen to the thing? So part of what we do is really focus on where do you want to be in 3 years from now? And what are strategic steps that we can take today for your growth? Lenders are really impacted by the conditions that they're facing right now, but also by the change in the market, not just the market itself, but the audience. And the audience needs to be spoken to differently than it needed to be spoken to 5 years ago. Did you know that we're in the first time in human history are speaking to 5 generations of consumers, all very differently positioned with very different needs. So lenders are communicators, and then service providers, and then they have a transaction to close. How are you positioned to communicate to your target audience? And that starts internally with your team, with your vendors, with your partners, and goes all the way then to the consumer, eventually, who you then hopefully serve with a really great loan product. So that is what we do. We start with the strategy, brand development, and then marketing execution.
Love it. I love the 5 generations of consumers. I mean, there's been such a huge shift in consumer expectations really since COVID, right? As kind of
Yeah.
the world of Amazon, I know all of us could probably reach up and grab our phone because it's within reach. But you can go online and order something and have it delivered within, a couple of hours.
Mhm.
Consumers expect kind of immediate communication, immediate responses from folks. And so understanding how that shift has happened and what that could do to a company and their sales cycle and their marketing efforts, I think is huge. So thank
It
you.
is huge. But I do want to add what you can't order online is an experience. And we're all wanting to have an experience. The consumer is looking not just for the ease of use or the ease of access of the information that they're looking for the experience. If you are dealing with a consumer who just wants to have the transaction impeccably executed, that may or may not be your ideal consumer. You do want to be able to serve them, but if you're not focusing on the experience you're creating, and that starts internally, then you're missing an opportunity. TMC focuses on the experience when we're thinking of Denver. Okay, so be more like TMC in that way. Focus on the experience.
I love it. I love it. Okay. Next up, we are going to have Frank Fiore. Frank is the president of Matchbox and actually a longtime TMC member. So we're happy to have you have an opportunity to be a part of this group, Frank. But for those that have not met you before, would you spend a few minutes and tell everybody about what Matchbox does?
Of course. Thank you, Melissa. I really appreciate being part of this collaboration of fellow experts, mortgage experts, and really happy to be honored to be part of the TMC network of partners long term. So hello, everyone. My name is Frank Fiore. I'm the president of Matchbox. We are an operational consulting firm specializing in mortgage banking operations with core expertise in technology and secondary. So I may be the front man, but my team is really the stars of the organization. I have a team of 10 behind me that are all former mortgage bankers and have a really, really deep mortgage DNA, really strong, very deep, that have gone through a number of cycles and really are passionate about service. So my team works with clients every day, mainly on the technology side, but I have a really strong secondary person who can handle clients up and down the secondary sophistication scale. And I have a really incredible trainer as well that helps you adapt on all the items that we put together for our clients. We have been blessed to have an incredible list of clients, and many of them are TMC members, and really lucky to have them. So, everyone's focusing on efficiency right now. We're helping clients in a lot of that areas as well. And we'd love to have the opportunity to speak with you at Denver or sometime after. So thank you for this opportunity, Melissa. We really appreciate it. I really look forward to working with my fellow consultants on this panel. It's really exciting. So thank you.
Of course. Up next is Marie Gaio and Dottie Hackett-Cole, who are the founders and managing partners for Cost at Work. Marie and Dottie.
Thanks, Melissa. Thanks, everybody, for joining. We're so appreciative of this opportunity. And as Melissa said, I'm Dottie Hackett-Cole, and I'm here with my business partner, Marie Gaio. And we are Cost at Work, which is short for Chief of Staff at Work. So Marie and I have decades of collective executive management experience spanning banking, lending, and real estate. And specific to lending, we've worked across retail, wholesale, and correspondent lending channels. We also both have been part of startups as well as very well-established organizations. And at Cost at Work, we have a team of another additional 8 individuals and growing that span various industries and areas of expertise that support what we do. And that's a little bit about who we are, but Marie's going to now jump in and kind of fill you in on maybe why a lender should call us first, and a little bit more specifically about what we do. So I'll toss it over to you and let you take it away.
Great. Thank you, Dottie. So, Constant Work, our service offering is intended to support executives beyond just an advisory capacity. So we focus on execution as a means of achieving organizational goals, and it's where we tend to differentiate ourselves. So we extend the capabilities of your existing management team on either a project basis or through a fractional capacity. We tend to be more tactical in nature, and we focus on three distinct verticals: communications, project services, strategy, and planning. And some of our most recent work includes the startup of a new mortgage platform for a residential home builder. We've also worked on technology implementations more towards the front end of the process, licensing and compliance work for an IMB, agency investor warehouse approvals, process transformation for a commercial lender. And we also worked on developing a joint venture strategy for a title insurance company and a real estate broker. So, we believe that some of our services are industry agnostic, but, at the core of what we do, and for those of you who have known us for a while, because we've also been previous TMC members on the lender side, we've got pretty extensive, robust careers in the mortgage space, and it's where we tend to leverage our skills. So thank you for listening, and we'll be in Denver, and we would love to connect with all of you.
I love it. I love it. All right, up next is actually David Licken, who most of you probably know on here. He's the president and founder for Transformational Mortgage Solutions, but you probably also know him from Licken on Lending. David, for those that don't know much about Transformational Mortgage Solutions, can you give them a little bit of an overview? Oh, we can't hear you. You're muted.
All right, there we go. Now we got that.
Go.
All right, anyway, still thank you, Melissa, for setting this up, and to TMC for bringing us all together. Again, we're collectively a group of people that have unique, diverse backgrounds, some which there's some overlap. And I'm happy to share with you mine, but most importantly is I'm here to help you with your business, wherever that is and wherever it's been. I've been 50 years in the mortgage industry. I've owned 3 mortgage banking companies, started from scratch, also started a software company, one of the first LOSs in the market that ended up going public. It was Interlink Software, if you guys know that. Those go back to those old days. So there's not anything that I haven't touched over my 50-year career. But the thing that I'm really passionate about today is really helping companies get started and grow. Probably the best example of that is a video you'll see on my website, the Transformational Mortgage Solutions, which is really what I'm about, transforming companies and our industry. It's on our TMS, or Transformational Mortgage Solutions website. It's Casey Crawford giving us a video testimony. He said he had the dream of starting a mortgage company, but he wasn't sure and he had no idea even where to go. So he said, I did a Google search, how to start a mortgage company. And so he found me. We formed a great relationships. I still consult with him today, but I was there literally helping him pick his LOS, put the accounting places in, helping him through every stage of the growth to where he's at even today. So that's one example. Worked with UWM when they were doing 35,000 loans, $35,000 a month in fundings. Now you look at where the Matt's at today. The privilege of speaking into all these kind of companies. So it's been working with companies at every stage. What I do and have done, I'm now working out with more people. Recently, I referred over to Dottie and to Marie an engagement where, because of the podcast, I get so many requests for services. So I love partnering with this group. Recently, partnered with Dottie and Maria. They did a great job of helping a new company get up and running, helping stand it up. I used to do that stuff. I'm really focusing today on helping people through the more strategic aspect of their businesses, how to navigate these difficult times. I have the been there, done that t-shirt. So I've gone through so many market cycles. I used to work with Frank Fiore is a dear friend. I consulted to him and his business and his last mortgage company back in the old days before he started doing amazing things he's doing now. So again, what's so exciting about this is that I believe mortgage lending is the most transformative thing we do. How we do it is dramatically changing. And that's what I'm here to help you navigate and work with. So I do executive coaching, consulting to business owners, board of directors, and their C-suite executives. So love to talk to you. Thank you. And looking forward to seeing you all in Denver. Be there. If you haven't registered, I just registered. It's awesome. That'd be a great experience.
David, I think I'm going to get been there, done that t-shirts for everybody at TMC now. That'd be good t-shirts
for this group, because everyone has got a been there, done it aspect of
love
their
it.
experience.
I love it. That's so fantastic. Okay, so next up is Greg Udall. Greg is the president of CyberLink Software Solutions. Greg, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about what you and your firm offer?
Well, thank you, Melissa. Good morning, everybody. And I am also looking forward to meeting you in Denver. Looks like an exciting event. So we're registered, ready to go. Flights are planned this morning. So we're ready to take off. CyberLink is a company that started basically as a need. I started the mortgage business in early years of '78, but honestly, I'm a third generation mortgage banker. Had to be in the business because that's what the option my family gave me, and I love it. It's been a great business. Our mortgage operation was the second Ginnie Mae servicer in the country. We were the first to get VA automatic, the first to get FHA direct endorsement, and we were one of the first companies to have technology as a major part of our platform. In 1983, we had computer terminals out at real estate offices with loan officers sitting at the real estate office, generating applications, quoting interest rates, doing everything we do today, except for back then there was no internet. So on my path, I've just always felt that technology was critical to the industry and it would be a game changer. Honestly, I never knew it was going to take this long. I thought we would have been here back in the 90s at least. So our background, we've created a lot of software for the industry, probably one system that many of you might be using today, FraudGuard. My company and my partners, we're the inventor and developer of that program, currently run by First American. We're here to help anything related to technology issues within your company. Primarily, we focus on Meridian Link Mortgage, Meridian Link Consulting as the platform of choice. LOS, we can work really with any system, but those are our primary systems. We do optimization to make systems run better. We do implementations to help systems be started correctly from the get-go. We also offer a MERS product called eRamp. eRamp was the second integration or interface with the Meridian or the MERS system back in 2003. It's been going strong. Bob Pathman, if any of you know Bob out there in the MERS world, Bob and I joked and said if we built this thing, it would probably only last about 5 years, and that'd be the end of that ride. Well, here we are, 2024, still going strong. The program works great, and it's a fantastic way to bulk submit loans to MERS rather than the clunky one at a time. And our clients range from 50 loans a month up to 15,000 loans a month using that bulk process. So love the mortgage business, mortgage banker. One other note, my top staff, Jeff and Jackie, both were senior lending officers at credit unions. So we've got a depth of knowledge with independent mortgage banking, broker, financial institutions, systems, technology, and we just like to have fun solving problems. So look forward to meeting everybody in Denver. Anybody, if we can connect up ahead of time and get an appointment set, that would be great. So we'll see you there.
I love it. Okay. And then last, but definitely not least, also a longtime TMC member in a different capacity is Jody Hall. Jody's the founder and CEO of Dander Road. Jody, will you tell everybody a little bit about Dander Road?
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. And this is now a decade of a relationship with the Mortgage Collaborative, but through being a lender and growing mortgage companies. And I often tell people I'm a recovering lender, but I can't get away from it. So I have 0 days of recovery. And I really am passionate about the industry and leaving an impact both on the technology and lenders, but also on growing the next generation of leaders that will come to the table. And that's what Dander Road really focuses on. We focus on services as strategic management and execution for lenders. So I have helped build 2 lenders from very small companies to one behemoth. I wasn't responsible till the end, and also a small mortgage lender to a mid-size lender, and was always in the weeds with that. And Dander Road is the same. We can help grow startup mortgage companies, or we can take existing companies that want to grow themselves, work on process, workflow, automation, technology, implementation to solve problems for them, and really create strategic partnerships across their existing vendor partners to get them working for them. We also work, which is unique for the group, is we don't only work with lenders, but we're working largely with mortgage technology companies and being strategic lending advisors to say, this is what the problem is in the industry, and this is what we need solved. So many new mortgage technology companies, they first have to sell the lender that they have a problem. And then once they sell them that they have the problem, then they have to sell the fact that they actually are the solution to that problem, when in fact, they could just ask them what they should be solving for from the very beginning. So we work closely with mortgage technology companies and wanting to be there's a client calling and wanting to grow. So we work on strategic partnerships with those technology companies. But because of our research that we do on mortgage technology, we want to be the go-to for mortgage technology. When someone has a question about who they should be looking at, we have done a tremendous amount of research, and we want to create a consumer reports for mortgage services in the technology space. From a lender perspective, I wanted to give a little bit of a use case because so many people see someone who focuses on technology and you go to them, it's oftentimes rip and replace. And that is not Danda Road's first mission. Our first mission is to take what you have and to work backwards in that process to achieve what your objectives are. We're currently working with University Federal Credit Union. We're working on a sales enablement technology, and that encompasses so many things. So it goes back to the member experience, but also the loan officer experience so that they can engage with their membership base and be able to provide financial opportunity to them. And at the same time, we're working to streamline that process so that the work is done in the front end of the process and at a lower cost, implementing some technologies such as Truth technology, implementing Halcyon for the 8821 for the verifications, and bringing that all together. And what I will tell you about this group, it's not different than any other part of TMC. It is collaborative, and Dottie and Marie have played an instrumental part in bringing that. It is a huge task, and since January, from the first engagement and laying out the path forward, we're about ready to go live with brand new sales enablement technology that is everything from the fee engagement, the verification process, and really excited to see the credit union grow through that, who are also members of the Mortgage Collaborative. So that's just a sample of what we can do, and it's extremely powerful when you can put a group of people like this together to deliver solutions for lenders. And that's really what it's all about. It's not the segmentation or who can do, who you go to first. We do work together and talk to each other to solve problems for the industry.
Yeah, I love that. And that's one of the things that I love most about this group is you can hear it as people are talking. They're working together on projects that need to be tackled. And so, I mean, y'all have that, what you have you're an extension of who we are as the collaborative, collaborating amongst each other. And so I'm grateful for each one of you being a part of the network, and can't wait to see all the value that you're going to add to our lenders. Thank you all for joining us today. We're going to wrap up a few minutes early. If you'd like to get connected to any of these folks, don't hesitate to reach out. Their email addresses are in the chat. So I know they would be happy and willing and able to accept any invites from you guys and connect while we're in Denver too. So thanks everybody for joining us, and we'll see you all again soon. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate
Thanks.
Thank you. Goodbye.
it. Bye-bye.